there's a really important thing we need to do with our right hand. It's kind of a pinch motion. It's gonna help us keep our thumb separated from the other fingers. It's gonna help you do Travis picking and more complicated classical guitar stuff. And in this video, I wanna show you how to play a song by Matteo Carcassi, one of the granddaddies of classical guitar, that's gonna help you with this very thing. So what we're talking about here is playing our thumb and middle finger at the same time. What a lot of us have problems with is having our thumb in the way like this. And when you do that, it causes both fingers to make a really weak motion because we don't have room to follow through because they bang into each other. And sometimes they're afraid they're gonna bang into each other, and that also keeps us from moving. So we wanna have a nice big separation here. Not this exaggerated, but you might as well get used to that. And see if you can play the strings like this with a good follow through motion. We're trying to pass beyond the string. Your middle finger is going to the ceiling, your thumb is going to the floor, and do it on any two strings that you want. I was doing it on strings 2 and 4, and we're gonna see that in this study here. And then in between, free stroke with the index finger. So we don't wanna be like this. You hear this in Blackbird. A lot of Travis picking stuff. We have to play these two at the same time. And if this is in the way, it's gonna cause problems. It's not gonna sound good. It's not gonna sound loud. Matteo Carcassi has a song called English Dance, where we can work on this very thing. There's also studies that he's written that are similar as well. We're doing a lot of this. And this song is not gonna have only that pinch motion in it. So we'll see a few other things here, some scale movements, little block chords. We're playing 2 fingers at the same time. There's a lot of good stuff here for lower, intermediate, and beginner classical guitarists. But let's look at this. We're gonna play a little piece here of a C chord, and then we're gonna play a piece of a G7 chord. You might not recognize that, but that's what that is. G7, and then we're going back to C, C, G, C. So 1, 5, 1. We're gonna start with the index finger and get these 2 down. Next 2 notes, we come back again. This time your ring finger is going to play up here, and we do the pinch motion with the ring finger. Back to the C chord. Every line repeats. Let's do it again. If you feel your thumb wanting to come in, you really have to actively push it to the left, and you might have to keep doing that until your thumb gets used to having that separation. The next line is going to be more ring finger, and your thumb's going to travel to other strings. I'm doing a rest stroke with my thumb. That might be problematic. It's kind of hard to do that. I would encourage you to try to do that. For now, you might just want to do free strokes with your thumb. And I'm doing it because I'm on a lower string and I can afford to do it. Couldn't really afford to do it on the opening one, right? Because my thumb's on a string that I need to play right now, but I still could have done it like that. If you do try to do that, try to make them simultaneous. We can make the thumb come a little bit early just for a dramatic kind of expressive effect, just as long as you are able to do them at the same time. A lot of Blackbird looking shapes there. So there I'm playing thumb all the way down here. When the notes are downstemmed, the bass notes, we can use our thumb, probably a good idea, and that lets us maximize our strongest fingers for the melody. So I'm going thumb, index. You could also go thumb, middle. I'm just trying to alternate those fingers, okay? Thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle. There I did a pinch motion with the index finger. It's the index and the thumb that are going to be most likely to have this conflict of getting in the way of each other. Now the next line, we're not doing any pinch motion at all, but it's a nice little harmonic minor phrase. We're in the relative minor of A minor here, starting on a G sharp. Big stretch here. That feels kind of uncomfortable, so you might want to just go up with these 2 fingers. I'm going to do it like this just so I don't have to move. You could do rest strokes, but that does kind of throw a monkey wrench into our hand position sometimes. It shouldn't, but if that messes you up, just do free strokes. Every line repeats. Last line, we have some separated arpeggio style notes here. Here's that same phrase again. Repeating that line. Using my pinky on top, then flipping over here to. The reason I'm using my pinky here is I'm going to need my ring finger for this low G coming up. Otherwise, we would have used that, and that would have felt better. See, I can leave my index finger on the high F note. Then. Now the song goes back to the beginning. Going straight to the next line. And ending on C. So this is a nice little practice for getting this pinch motion down. Hopefully this will help you play some more complicated things, and just keep in mind your thumb needs to be really separated from the other fingers. Now let's listen to the whole thing, and for brevity's sake, I won't repeat the lines, just one time each, all the way through. So there are hundreds and hundreds of awesome classical studies by these guys like Carcassi, Giuliani, Fernando Sor. But if you're still having problems separating the thumb from the other fingers, check out this video where I give you an instant fix to that problem.